Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and today we're going to take us a little walk. Sort of like a journey to no man's land. So, man, this heartburn is terrible, man. I just had surgery to take care of that, and it's back. But we're going to take us a walk, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down and check the trash situation. Yes, we had yet another dump. This time I think they just dumped the mattress, and I just missed them yesterday. I missed them within about 45 minutes, if not less. So we're going to go down and see what they got there. And we've already made a trip down there, so we'll start you when we get down there. I swear I hate living around trashy people, man. I mean, people just don't care. It's crazy, man. Don't people care what they look like? I guess not. It's not my responsibility to babysit these people, man. These are adults. Wow. I just can't get over that. But anyway, as you can see, let's get over here. Right there is the first pile, the one that we went through. Last night they dumped one right there. I left out of here, and that sun's probably screwing you guys up. I went to Walmart last night at around about 7 o'clock and in the evening, and the landlord's granddaughter came in at about 7:45. Well, it wasn't there when I left out of here, but it was there when she got in. So that means that they dumped it while I was at Walmart getting groceries. I don't get it, man. Are people that fucking ignorant that they can't stand to see somebody else happy? They're only worried about their own happiness. Well, here we got it. Full-blown, molded, looks to be a full-size mattress. Lots of DNA on it, but nobody gives a shit about DNA. Nobody gives a shit about fingerprints. Nobody gives a shit about addresses and phone numbers and names of the people who are doing this. Oh, look here. I found me a washer. Big heavy duty washer too. That'll go in my collection. Yeah, I'm definitely a trash picker. But right there's the other pile. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk this right here and we'll walk down that side of the gate or the fence, and it opens up on the other side of them gates down there. And we're just going to take a walk. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to go an easier route. Right here. Found me a cap head screw. But you know, we got a camera right there. And I don't think it's a night vision camera, if it's even any good. Of course, it does have the cable going down through there. Feels like it's awful loose, like it's not even hooked to nothing. I bet that's not even hooked to nothing. I bet that's a dummy camera. But we got that. It can't be a dummy camera because they've actually had it working. Now the story behind that camera, from what I understand, is it all worked. And yeah, we can go around here. I mean, look at all the trash down in there, man. That's crazy. Things are a little calm here, but when you get on down there where the waterfall is, and you're going to see that here before too long, because we're going back there. And I probably should have my Benjamin with me, but I didn't feel like carrying it. I got my pistol on my side, so hopefully I don't need it for the coyotes, because we do have coyotes here. And if you surprise one, look, there's plenty of golf balls here because there's a golf course right there. Look at all the golf balls over there. And anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. I done lost my train of thought. Oh, it would be really easy to surprise a coyote, and we've got, I think, from what I can understand from just observing and listening, that we've got 3 different bands of coyotes living around us. Now, right up there is my house, alright, and we hear a band of them in that patch of woods right there, and I've actually seen them go across right up there, across the main road where you see all them vehicles going. Alright, then we've heard them on the other side. Now that could be the same band, but then there is another band back here in the quarry, and one day we'll walk back here, but I don't think that's going to be today. Who knows? I might get energetic and walk up there. I don't know. That's a long walk. Might make it another day, another video. Alright, this trailer park has went downhill, and it started going downhill right before I moved here, because they've moved out 20 trailers to get rid of a bunch of drug addicts and crack addicts and all that other bullshit. And the trailer park has just not bounced back yet. And I'm not so sure it's ever going to bounce back. Yes, we hope. Yes, the landlord's granddaughter, she hopes, because she lives here too. And Paul was supposed to be the maintenance guy. Let me get the sun behind you guys. He was supposed to have been the maintenance man. Well, when I came here, I was looking for something to do to make the surroundings a little better for me, and to also make myself prouder of myself because I was able to help somebody out. Well, you know, helping somebody else one thing, but doing for somebody and then never ever getting anything in return, that's a little different story. You know, I was expecting to come here and be an asset to this trailer park. And I can be an asset to this trailer park. But you can't make people realize that. But anyway, before he left, they fired his ass. But before he left, he embezzled over $30,000. And took advantage of the poor sweet little old lady who is now in a nursing home. And if she knew that this park owed me $900, somebody'd answered that, because she would not put up with that. She was the sweetest little old lady you ever want to meet. But anyway, he decided to go and allow the next town over, Clemens, to dump all their leaves on this field. This field used to be a nice little field, and they dumped starting from back here all the way to the front where the road was, where we was just at. And they dumped all these leaves in here and ruined this ground. Alright, then at one point we had somebody coming in here and cut a fucking road right there. I think I did a video on that where I was putting a locking a chain. But you know, for somebody to come in here and cut a road, that's pretty ballsy when it's not your property. And this place could be a really beautiful place if people would stop doing stupid shit like that. And the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. I bet it's coming in the camera. I need to do something about that. I need to get me a new camera that I don't have to, I can use one of them mics that clips on my shirt with a windshield on it. Somebody's been back here and done this mowing and stuff, because this used to be growed up. But I can go through here and walk straight up there to the house. And then this opens up. Somebody's been back here with a four-wheeler. You can see where they went around the turn there. Of course, that's nothing uncommon around here. Let's go over here and look at the creek. Yeah, I said creek. You know, I don't see a whole lot of fish. I haven't seen a fish in this water yet. Oh, look at there. That was cool. I don't know what it was, but it was cool. Had a green head. Looked like it might have been a rough-head mallard. But you know, that water is so crystal clear, and I don't see not one fish. I see debris floating down it, but I don't see any fish, and the aroma off of this is not good. It's not pleasant. It smells like rotten food. That's what it smells like. Anyway, let's keep on going. But back to the Paul thing. Well, they tried to say that, well, you worked for Paul. No, I beg to differ. I never worked for Paul. I worked for Patsy. That was made clear the day I started helping them out. And that was when I did the work on lot number 2, which is the very first video on the Bison Workshop. The very first one that was ever uploaded. So I never got paid fully for that. I'm still owed $900. Oh, come on, man. Are you kidding me? Look here. Somebody's even dumping their frickin' shingles back here, man. I just heard something run over there in the woods, so... Oh no, it's birds. But I seen something yellow over here. I don't know if I'm there yet. I don't think I am. I seen something yellow over there on the other side. Something big and yellow. It looks like it might have been a tarp or something. They have these here big old long cables that goes across the creek up there before the rocks, and it's designed to catch everything that floats down the river or the creek. Well, that's all fine and dandy if you're going to maintain it and keep it cleaned out, but that cable has caught so much stuff and they never clean it out. So basically it just piles up until it just starts overflowing over the top of it and goes on downstream anyway. So basically they just wasted their time putting up a cable if they're not going to do anything about it. You know, if I sat and complained about everything that's wrong in this country and the way people act, I'd never run out of material. And you know I'm right. Alright, we're walking through the little piece of woods here, and we're going to come up on another part of the creek. Alright, well, there's the thing that's supposed to catch all the stuff. It's no longer there no more. Instead, it's down here wrapped around a couple trees. So now those trees are going to start acting as a fence for the stuff, and it's already starting to catch some of the trash. I'd like to know what that is I hear. Sounds like a frog. But where they're at, I'm hearing it up in the trees. I'm not hearing it down next to the water. So could be a tree frog. But anyway, you look. There is no fish in that water. Not that I see. That doesn't mean they're not there. I bet they're the most unhappy fish on the planet. Alright, so let's go on down here. And we're going to go out that gate right there and go over to the other side. We just came in through there. We'll call this Bison outing. I bet this was a thriving place at one time. I mean, you got a couple buildings right there, or one's a little, looks like a little well, like a well pump house, and then the other one looks like just a pavilion. But we're going to go to the right here, and now somebody's got their tree stand right there, so somebody's hunting on here. And I bet you they're not supposed to be there hunting. That tree stand's been there ever since I've known this place. I've walked down here a couple times just to check it out. Me and another guy that lives right behind us here where I'm standing, before he become a dick, I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he just up and stopped talking to me. He even stopped looking at me, stopped waving at me, stopped everything. I must be some god-awful ugly man for people to treat me like that for no reason. You know, I believe a person should have a reason to act like that to somebody else, but oh well, I guess that's just me. There's a whole bunch of old machinery back here too. I think it's a tank. I can't remember what it is, but there's some kind of a tank back here and a few other pieces of equipment. It used to be some sort of a quarry, and yes, this belongs to my landlord. She just rents it to the people who use it. She owns all this. Let me scope this out before I take you guys back in there. There's some briars here, and I don't want to sneak up on anything, and I don't want anything sneaking up on me. I don't want that to be a fight today. I'm still healing up. I ain't got no energy to be fighting off no damn coyotes. Of course, they'll probably run. They're scared of me as I am of them, but you know, I believe it's a little too early for snakes, so that shouldn't be a problem today. But anyway, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, there's a tank right there. You know, one of them old tankers. That there's a tree actually growing up through it. Ain't that some shit? Wow, check that out, man. That tree is growing right through. Somehow it's going through that metal. And as you can see, it goes down there. Tree there, right here, and goes up out of the tank. Wow, you ain't getting this tank out of here ever again. Couple valves. Then you got that big old tank built like the Titanic. A lot of metal right there, man. Those are some big old rivets. I wonder what all else lives in this thing during the summertime. I bet it's creepy down here. But yeah, I think that's cool as shit. Alright, we're just exploring, taking a walk, looking around, show you guys what Bob lives around, or what lives around Bob. And you know, I have begged for them to let me hunt. Hell, if they knew I was back here right now, they'd probably have a hissy fit because I'm doing something they want to do. And because I'm doing it and they're not, you know, it's one of them things. I'm jealous of you. You're doing something I ain't doing. Alright, and then it comes back here and splits off to the right and to the left. We're going to go to the right, but we're going to look to the left. And I don't see nothing up there. Nothing moving around. Look, flowers are in bloom, man. This is so awesome. I love flowers. There's somebody's even dumping their burnt trash down here. I mean, you look at this trash, man. Look at all that trash. And I bet you, if you know the truth about it, there's a law against this. But anyway, I wanted to come this way because I seen something fly right over there. So it's not there no more. So we're going to go over to the other side there and get on them rocks right there and let you guys see the water. Alright, we're going to walk through here. Got a pipe sticking in the ground here. Ain't that loud? You look at all that trash over there, man. That is nothing but plastic bottles that have floated down here. All that is plastic bottles. God, this stinks. This would be the perfect place to have an outing if it didn't stink. It'd be the perfect place to just sit, relax, enjoy the sounds. Of course, right over there on that little beach, there's actually a beach right there. A small beach. Now, if you remember, look here. That's coyotes. That one is. But it's also deer. Deer have been down here too, right there. I don't know, that might be deer. Might have just got two footings. But it looks like it ain't been here long because it's still just a little bit damp around the edge of it. So it was probably here before I got here, just before I got here. But I have yet to see a fish in this water. I've never seen one. There's a leaf floating down the water, but there is no fish in here. But if you look way up there, you see it yellow? That's where we were. Well, I was kind of hoping to see an animal or something for you guys to marvel at. Man, that incision in my belly is starting to hurt now. I think I've overacted, or been too overactive on it today. It's just starting to hurt. So I think I'm gonna head back to the house. And this smell doesn't help. That's a nasty smell. We'll go back out of here. You know, people come back in here with their four-wheelers and they'll party. And I've actually come down here and seen a big old pile of beer cans. In fact, right over there's one still. Beer cans where they just left it. There's another beer can. There's another one right there. You know, and if they would let me hunt down here, I would bring my truck down here and clean some of this stuff up. You know, just peppered around here all over the place. Lordy be. Man, that incision really hurts. Now, I've been off of my pain medication for the last 3 days simply because I don't believe in pills. You know, I will take them if I absolutely positively got to, but if I can get through it without the pain medication, more power to me, man. That pain medication, that ain't nothing but a money racket from a bunch of common son of a bitches that make viruses so that they can give a cure, charge people for the cure. And I don't get this country. I don't get the world. Now, the next time we come down here, we're going to come down here, and instead of us going towards the water, we're going to go that way. So look for that. I might try to do that next week. We'll try to do a bison outing, maybe once a week. Tell me what you think, and we're going to make our way back, and I'm just going to turn the camera off. I'm done talking. You know, the more I talk, the more my belly hurts. I think I'm working my muscles in my stomach too much. So the next time we'll go up that way, and you will be frickin' amazed at what I show you. It is awesome up there, and I wish to God they'd let me hunt it. But anyway, you guys have a good one. Later. I thought I would add something to this video. I forgot to mention that last night I ordered 2 trail cams. One does 8 megapixels and the other one does 10 megapixels. And I'll show you a picture of them right now. So now I got to figure out where I want to put them. Now I want to put them in a place where it's going to catch them without them seeing it and ending up dumping the trash here in our place and end up with a trail camera to boot. So basically, I don't want to be giving them any gifts. I'm going to have to do some modifications to the trail cam, and I think I'm going to take some aluminum and build a adjustable bracket so that it adjusts the the angle of the lens. I noticed that on my last trail camera before I traded it off for a dumbass guitar. That I always had to prop something between it on the top side, on the back, to get it to angle down. So I'm going to make, I got two of them coming. They're identical except one does 8 megapixels and the other one does 10 megapixels. And they look like a limb. So I'm going to try to utilize some of these trees right here and get it to where I can be pointed in that direction. This would be a good tree to do it with, but I would have to open it up here a little bit so that it would shine out. They only do 75 degree, but when I do make the brackets, they're going to screw to the tree. Whatever it goes to, it's going to screw to the tree, and then I'll be able to turn a knob to adjust the, like I said, the angle. But right here would actually be a good spot looking in that direction because it does 50 feet. It starts taking pictures at 50 feet. So I'd like for it to start earlier than that. I think it's got a 1 second delay. So you can go pretty far within a second of driving a vehicle. And then I want to put one way up there so that I can catch them coming in. If I can catch them coming in with a loaded truck and then catch them right here with a loaded truck, I mean, they got to turn around somewhere, and this is where they're dumping, so now they're finding a little spot where they can get away with it. Now that one there was a little brave because it's a house right there that could have seen whoever it was that did it. Whoever it is don't care because they know they ain't gonna get caught because these people don't pay attention to nothing. I don't even know how they're happy. But anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna catch these people. And I've done told her this morning. And I'm getting tired of doing this. You know, if I'm not going to be appreciated for what I'm doing, you know, there's going to be a day where I get tired of doing it and not getting recognized for, you know, helping out. You know, yes, I like to help out people, but it's a two-way street. You know, if I'm going to help somebody, don't turn around and tell me I'm a no good son of a bitch in your next breath. You know, and that's the kind of treatment I get. I'll give you an example. Guy wanted to move in here, and for as much as I've done for this park, I thought I was going to be a really good reference for him. And I was talking to him in front of the one of the people that live here, and I said, well, if you need reference, just put me down. She broke in and says, oh no, don't do that. Now, he'll never get nothing if you put your name down. She don't like you. You know, and this is the one who don't like me is the one who's greedy and doesn't want to do nothing. She doesn't want to spend no money, but she wants you to do it for her for free. You know, they already owe me $900. I ain't never going to see it. You're not going to keep insulting me. You know, I'll help to make myself feel better, but at this point, that's about all it is me helping to make myself feel better because I'm not making anybody else feel better. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of here, and we'll talk at you later. See, that guy didn't even wave at me. These are ignorant people around here, man. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Later.